guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make scrunchies. So, let's change this into this. Here's the things that we will need for this project. You will need it doesn't matter, you just need a type of fabric. It can be from an old shirt, it can be from anywhere. I just used a plain fabric. The next thing that you'll need is a mason jar. It doesn't have to be a mason jar. It can be like a coffee mug, or it can be something that can hold it that is strong. And the next thing is you can use a ponytail holder, or in my case I used a rubber band. The next thing is fabric scissors. You can use regular scissors, it just won't have this smoother outline. So I just use fabric scissors. Then I used a tape measure to measure the sides of it. And we used a glue gun. But other people I've seen have used sewing machines, or they've stitched it with their hands. And that's the stuff that you need for it. You can see there's a lot of fabric here. So I'm going to show you, first I'm going to show you everything, how to make it. And then we'll make it. So first thing I'm starting off with is just a fabric. I did make another one. Looks like this. I used a different kind of fabric. So you can use any kind of fabric. You can use it from clothes. I'd recommend if you're going to use it for clothes, you're probably going to want to use it from shirts because that has a better texture of it. And you can take it from anywhere that usually has fabric. So I'm going to start off with that and a tape measure because I'm doing 9 by 48 centimeters. And then the next thing I'm going to do is use fabric scissors so I can cut out the part of the scrunchie. So there's 3 different ways. I'm using the hot glue way. You can probably watch other videos that are sewing or just hand knitting or stitching. So I'm going to start with the plain fabric, kind of laid out, kind of have it laid out on this kind of mat thing. So if I put it to the edge, I'm going to take the measure thing and then okay, so okay. Okay, so that would be 8. So lock it at 48. So I'm going to take that, line it up at kind of the table. Now you're going to measure the length of 48 centimeters and put a little snip of where that is. Now we're going to move the ruler or whatever you're using to the end part and make it 9. The width is 9 centimeters. And then you're going to kind of do a little snip at where the 9 centimeters are. So if you have kind of like a pattern fabric, it'll be a lot easier because you can count up the squares. Mine is 10 squares. So you just do 9 centimeters at 48, which we've talked about. And then you're just going to take your cutting scissors and go over to the 9 cut. Now we're going to cut the 9 centimeter side. And then you can just cut it over to the end part if you're doing the end, but if you're going back to the 9 spot, you can do that too. Now you have your strip of fabric, and it should be measured by 48 centimeters by 9 centimeters. So now the next supplies that you're going to use are we're mostly going to be using the hot glue gun. So I'm going to plug this in, and you're going to want your fabric to be, on this one it's kind of hard to see, but on usual fabric, one side is more like lighter than the other fabric, like this one. On this side, it's kind of lighter, and you're gonna want, on my fabric, it looks the same on each side, so I can kind of just guess what side, but you're gonna want it on the side that's lighter, the other side than you use for the regular fabric. And you're gonna wanna use your hot glue gun you're gonna put a little hot glue here, and then you're gonna fold it up to that part. Now I'm just gonna take the glue gun, and on the edge, I kind of folded it right here, and on the edge I'm going to put some glue, and put it over here, and kind of fold the other piece on top so it kind of makes a sandwich. So it should be like this. It should be glued like this. And the next thing you're going to want to do is take just like a mason jar. I flip mine over. You don't have to. But I just take that, and then I take this and kind of make it like a bracelet shape, and then put it around the mason jar like that. And then you can use ponytail holders, or I'm using rubber bands, but you can kind of just stretch it out so it gets a little more stretchier. And then try it, you don't have to, but just try a little bit to put it in the middle part. And it shouldn't be exactly in the middle. Just make sure it's not on the very top or it's not on the very bottom. It should be close to where the middle is. Not exactly, but close. And then you're gonna do this over and over again. I'm not gonna do the whole thing for it, but, well, for the scrunchy I am. But you're gonna take a piece that's kind of flat for the beginning, and you're gonna wanna kind of fold a little bit of it like that. So now we're going to make a kind of rim around the edge, and if you're having trouble holding the flap down, you can take your hot glue gun or needle or your sewing machine, whatever you're using for this, and kind of glue it underneath, and then you can do the same thing that you're rimming it around on the bottom part. And then again, if you're having trouble, you can just hot glue a little bit. It's like that. Hold it for a little bit. I'm going to finish the rest of the rim, and I'll be right back. This is our rim. And we glued the rims together, and now we're going to glue both of them together like that, so it's kind of sealed. Now we're going to put a little glue on one of the rims. Now we're going to glue that one to the other one. So it's like that. And then we're gonna do that all the way around. So I glued both of the rims together on every side, and then when I was done, I went and checked just to make sure there wasn't any extra holes, and now we're gonna take it off. It's so cool! Bye! Make sure to like and subscribe.